Hello, I have a Sony RDR-HXD 970. It's got 250 gigs of storage, but I am going to upgrade it to a 1TB. There are a few things you need. You need a Phillips screwdriver to open the open the top and remove the hard drive, of course. And of course, you need the service remote. I paid 50 quid for these from Amazon, but you can't use this remote. And of course, a 2.5-inch hard drive, but this is a 1TB, so it can only take up to a 1TB. First thing you've got to do, switch it off. Should take a few seconds. But to get into there, you've got to make sure you disconnect everything. Make sure you're in a static-free environment as well, otherwise it can damage the hard drive. First, disconnect these. First, you need to open the cover. There's 5 screws in total. One at the side, one there, and there's 3 at the back. Just going to undo these. You've got to put them in a safe place where they don't roll away. Right, put the screws there. That thing just lifts off. Off you go. And there's the hard drive. Right. There are 4 screws to remove on there, so you need your Phillips screwdriver. One there, one there, one there, and one there. Right, that's the old hard drive, which I'm going to remove. Be very careful because it's a very fragile device. And again, put the screws somewhere where you won't lose them. Make sure that goes back on because that's attached to a wire. I'm going to remove that. Is there any connectors? Right, disconnect the SATA cable if you can see it. That's the SATA cable. Right, there's 4 screws at the bottom you need to remove. 4 screws, one there, one there, one there, and one there. That's the bottom, that's the old hard drive. So put that to one side where it won't get damaged. And there's the new hard drive, the 1TB. It's a Western Digital. Let's how am I going to open the pack? Right. Take the new one out. 1.0TB. Silica gel. Don't worry about that, just discard it. Right. First thing you gotta do, reverse, same as the above. Grab your screws which you've took out. Yeah, but do it with extra care. Screw 1. Make sure it's nice and tight, but whatever you do, don't over tighten the screws, otherwise it may damage the hard drive. And now, to connect everything back, camera reshuffle. Right, I'm going to connect the SATA connections. There's 2 connections. But be very careful when you connect. Right. That can go back, just make sure that's aligned with the holes where you can put the screws back. Get the 4 screws you remove from the base. Right, this one's going to be a tricky one. This where that flimsy black thing is. That was connected to the wire. Okay, and that's the screws just about connected. I've got to make sure they're nice and tight. Now to put the lid back on. Of course, I strongly recommend you keep the original hard drive should anything happen to the new one. Put it in this plastic protective case where that just came with the new one. Might want to bung that in. Okay, screws ought to go back on the machine and the DVD recorder. As we took out earlier, you can see the holes, two at the side and one at the top. That's the cover on. So all I need to do is format the hard drive. Right, that's the hard drive reinstalled. As you can see, E01, that means an error, and there's an orange fluorescent light on the DVD. An error occurred. Please consult your nearest Sony dealer. Note that contents on HDD may be erased while servicing the unit. Well, it's alright because I've just put the hard drive in, there's nothing to be erased. First thing you got to do is you've got to power it off using the main remote. Now get your service remote, press the ESC button followed by P run, and it's running its diagnostics, which should take approximately 5 minutes. Right, B complete. That means it's all done. Now all you need to do is switch it on. Welcome. Title list. And that's your hard drive installed. Notice it's in HQ mode. HQ. That means there's 222 hours and 45 minutes in HQ mode, which is the highest setting. SP, which is enough for 438 hours and 7 minutes of standard def recordings. And that's your hard drive installed.